Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 28th Commencement Ceremony of RIT Croatia. I'm Dr. Irena Gusak, President and Dean of the College, and it is my pleasure to preside at this ceremony which recognizes in formal spirit the educational accomplishments and personal growth of students who have completed their degrees programs at RIT Croatia. We're privileged and delighted that the academic choir Concordia Discourse is here with us today for the opening of our ceremony. We thank the choir for joining us today in honoring our graduates by singing the national anthems of the United States of America and the Republic of Croatia. Please stand and join in singing the national anthems.
Mila si nam pije vina, mila kuda si nam ravna, mila kuda si planina, teci dravo savo teci, niti Dunav silu gubi, sinje more svijetu reci, da svoj narod Hrvat ljubi, dok mu nive sunce grije, dok mu hrašće bura vinje. Dok mu mrtve groba krije, dok mu živo srce bije. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land
Thank you, Concordia Discourse Choir. A number of honored guests have joined me as members of the Platform Party today. Members of the Platform Party will be introduced during the course of our program. I would now like to call upon Dr. James Waters, RIT Croatia's Board Chair and RIT Senior Vice President of Finance and Administration, to say a few words of welcome. Dr. Waters.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of RIT Croatia, I would like to welcome all of you, graduates, families, friends, fellow trustees, faculty, and staff, to the 2026 RIT Croatia Academic Convocation. And a warm welcome to President Emeritus Don Hudspeth and his wife Georgia. We're happy to have you back visiting with us today. Today we kick off commencement celebrations, focusing on our graduates and all that lies ahead for them. We salute numerous achievements, their years of hard work, the years of support by families and friends, and the years of dedicated service by our faculty, staff, and administration. I am honored to be with you today as we celebrate the accomplishments of the graduates of RIT Croatia. Many, many years ago, I sat in your seat, many, many years ago, and I remember the excitement, the relief of receiving my degree. I also remember the anticipation of what might be ahead of me and what's to come next. I now have the privilege of serving as the chair of the Board of Trustees of RIT Croatia. Actually, I was here in 1995 at the formation and negotiated some of the original terms and conditions of these campuses here in Croatia. It's been a pleasure this number of years. As trustees, our job is to oversee the strategic direction of RIT Croatia, approving the principles and values which guide the university, its vision, mission, and continued progress. We always look forward to this opportunity to share today's celebration with you. It is such a special treat for us and one that we look forward to each year. The joy we see in these graduates and the love which is so self-evident on the faces of the family and friends is heartwarming to see and feel. We are happy that our joint efforts in supporting the faculty and staff of this great university have resulted in all of you reaching your goals. We look forward to seeing the smiles and seeing and hearing the applause as each graduate crosses the stage. Graduates, RIT is one of the important chapters in your life experience. Your time and experience here has positioned you for boundless opportunities. You are now part of the history of RIT, and RIT will forever be a part of you. Remember, this is your university. I encourage you to stay connected to RIT and RIT Croatia. RIT can continue to make a difference in your life, and you can make a difference in RIT's future. On behalf of the RIT Board of Trustees and RIT, congratulations to all graduates. We wish you great success and happiness. Parents and grandparents and partners, family and friends, you should be very proud of these graduates and their accomplishments. Now graduates, go out and lead us to a better, kinder, and more humanitarian world. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Waters. I would now like to introduce our next guest speaker, Dr. Iva Ančić, Head of Brand and Marketing Communications Department and Digital Business at I1 Hrvatska. Iva is an RIT Croatia alumna from the first generation of the Hotel and Resort Management undergraduate program, class of 2002. Thank you for being here today, Iva. We're delighted to have you with us today. Please.
Dear graduates, families, professors, and friends, it's been more than 20 years since I was sitting exactly where you are today, and somehow it feels like it was yesterday. I was part of the first generation RIT Croatia, a proud generation. Everything was new, uncertain, and I chose it anyway. As Robert Frost wrote, two roads diverged into the wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that made all the difference. Looking back today, I know exactly how true that is. RIT Croatia didn't just change what I do. It changed how I think, how I act, how I make decisions. It taught me to question things, to look at problems from a different perspective. And that made all the difference. When I was where you are today, I didn't have a master plan. I didn't have a clear vision. I didn't know what I want to do. The only thing I knew for sure is what I didn't want, and I didn't want finance. That was for sure. No finance for me. My first job was in a bank. I stayed in that bank for 16 years, which just proves life has a really great sense of humor. If you look at my path from the outside, it may look like a straight line, but from the inside, it never was. There were moments of growth, moments of success and confidence, and just as many moments of doubt. So here's what I learned. You will fail. Not once, many times. And not always you made a mistake. Sometimes you will do everything right and still fail. At home, I try to teach this to my two daughters, both teenagers. I tell them failure is not a problem. Staying down is. Success is not about avoiding failures. It's about the speed you get up and you rise again. That makes all the difference. Second, your learning is now your responsibility. No one will structure it for you anymore. You have to seek it, you have to create it, you have to own it. So stay curious, stay uncomfortable, and keep learning. I have a bachelor's degree, I have a master's degree, I have a PhD. And I'm going back to study again. Here at RIT Croatia, MS in Organizational Leadership and Innovation. Because at some point you realize that learning is not something that you finish, it's something that you choose. I would wish that this stays really with you. Always, but always look for new opportunities to learn, to develop, to grow. And then when you find them, grab them and make the most of them. And don't forget to enjoy. Third, people matter more than you think. After 16 years in banking, when I decided to leave, my CEO told me something that I will never forget. He said, "This is your home, and you can always come back." This sentence stayed with me. Why? Because it wasn't about the job. It was about trust, respect, relationship. This is what you build over time. If you look at my journey today, my biggest strength was never just me. It was people around me, my team, my family, my friends. Build those relationships, invest in them, take care of them. Because the people sitting next to you today, one day will be your partners, your clients, your support system. And finally, dream big. Don't let go of the things that excite you and scared you at the same time. They're usually the ones worth pursuing. It won't be easy. There will be moments when you want to give up. I wanted to give up on my PhD so many times. Never, but never give up on your dreams. If you stay persistent, if you keep learning, and if you surround yourself with the right people, you will get there. Maybe not in the way you planned, but in a way that is right for you. So today, celebrate, be proud, and tomorrow, start again. Take the road less traveled by, give your best at all times, and have fun. Enjoy. And remember, this is not the finish line. This is your beginning. And what a beginning it is. Congratulations, class 2026.
Thank you, Eva, and thank you for joining us here today. Now, I'm excited to be able to share with you a special recognition of the college's faculty members. It's my pleasure to call upon RIT Croatia's Associate Dean, Dr. Jako Patekar, who will share with you the recipient of this year's Faculty Excellence in Teaching Award. Jakob.
This faculty member makes students always feel supported and understood, explains even difficult topics patiently and clearly, notices when something is not clicking, and goes out of the way, inside and outside class, to make sure no one is left behind. We're proud to present this year's Excellence in Teaching Award to Dr. Alan Mutka.
Bravo, Alan. I now have the pleasure to introduce Anđela Krčelić, President of the RIT Croatia Alumni Society. I'm sure that the graduating class of 2026 will find inspiration in the words of their new colleague. Thank you for being here today, Anđela. We're delighted to have you join us. Anđela.
Dean Gusak, faculty, honored guests, students, family, and friends. Good afternoon, and congratulations, RIT Croatia graduating class of 2026. As I look out at you, all of you today, I am reminded that just 8 years ago, I was sitting exactly where you are and feeling all the same electrifying emotions I'm sure you are feeling today. Joy, excitement, liberation, bittersweetness, motivation, and even a little uncertainty. On graduation day, I was still unsure of what the next chapter of my life was going to bring. During my commencement in 2018, I remember thinking to myself, what am I going to do now? And what will life be like when I walk out of these doors today? Although graduation was an exciting day for me, it was also frightening to know that the chapter of my life of being an RIT Tiger was about to finish, and the next chapter was about to start sooner than I expected. What I would soon realize is that being an RIT Tiger does not stop when you walk out of these doors today and when you complete your education here. And the community that you become a part of doesn't disappear when you leave. The beauty of being a part of the RIT community is that it stretches across the entire globe. We are a part of a collective that champions collaboration by connecting us through geographical boundaries. As president of the RIT Croatia Alumni Association, I can assure you that RIT Croatia not only gave you all the tools that you need and to start your professional journey, but even after you walk out of these doors today, you will have a lifelong community of alums that will be able to guide you every step of the way. My advice to you all is to do your best to stay connected. Having a great network of people is tremendously important. I also urge you to update your contact information with us, stay updated by following us on social media, and join us for events near you. The RIT Croatia Alumni Association encourages you to keep in touch with your alma mater, fellow alums, and individuals who are part of this beautiful chapter of your lives. The caps and gowns will come off today, but let's stop and think about all the memories you've created these past 4 years that have shaped you and helped you pave the way for your future. RIT Croatia has fostered and nurtured your abilities to move and be creative, innovative, collaborative, and progressive. I always say that I didn't just receive both a Croatian and American degree when I graduated in 2018, but I also gained a family of RIT Tigers that I've had by my side since we threw our caps and gowns in the air 8 years ago. Today is a big day for all of you. Celebrate the past 4 years and all of your hard work. Your future is bright, and wherever it takes you, know that your fellow alums are here to support you every step of the way. Once again, congratulations, class of 2016. I wish you nothing but the best and much success in the future.
Thank you, Anđela, and thank you for joining us today. I would now like to again call upon Concordia Discourse Choir to provide our students and their family and friends with a special treat to recognize their graduation.
negdje mjesta ima, na svijetu kojem živimo mi, još negdje sunca ima, gdje postoje još sni, neka cijeli ovaj svijet još sja u suncu, neka naša zemlja sva postane sretna, neka cijeli ovaj svijet zove se bajka, zelena i mirisna, cvjetna sva i nevina, livada i sna. Plam topline Gjetinja, sjaj dobre zvijezde seže do nas, još pravih ljudi ima, što vjeruju u spas, neka cijeli ovaj svijet još sja u suncu, neka naša zemlja sva postane sretna, neka cijeli ovaj svijet zove se bajka, zelena i mirisna, cvjetna sva i nevina, livada i sna. Neka cijeli ovaj svijet još sja u suncu, neka naša zemlja sva postane sretna, neka cijeli ovaj svijet zove se bajka, zelena i mirisna, cvjetna sva i nevina, livada i sna, livada i sna.
Thank you to the Concordia Discourse Choir. It is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker. She is a very strong student academically and is well respected by her peers and the faculty and staff. She was selected as class valedictorian based on her superior academic performance during the past 4 years. Please welcome the voice of this year's graduates, Natalie Belušić.
Good afternoon, members of the Board of Trustees, Dean, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, parents, family members, friends, and fellow graduates. I'm truly honored to stand before you as the valedictorian for the class of 2026. How does it feel to be here today, 4 years later, when orientation still feels so recent, yet so much has happened in between? Today marks a milestone in our lives as we close one chapter of our journey and begin another. Over the past 4 years, we have experienced a range of emotions from happiness to sadness. We built meaningful friendships, but also said goodbye to some. We learned what we like and what we don't like, and most importantly, discovered who we are. The journey to graduation was not linear, and it often challenged us in different ways, yet we made it. I believe there are several groups of people we should thank today. They pushed us when we thought we could not continue anymore and celebrated our achievements with us. Today, we should thank our parents, families, and friends for rooting for us along the way and reminding us that small wins lead to big ones. Their belief in us and their presence throughout this journey gave us strength during the most challenging moments. They were always there to listen, to support, and to remind us that we could keep going. We should thank our professors for sharing invaluable lessons, inspiring us, and pointing us in the right direction. Through their guidance, they helped us grow both academically and personally. They encourage us to think beyond the classroom, challenge our ideas, and prepare for the paths that now lie ahead of us. A big thank you also goes to Enrollment, Academic Support, and Career Services for guiding us along the way and answering the many questions we had throughout our time here. Their support helped us navigate important decisions, plan our next steps, and feel more confident about our future. During these 4 years, many of us tried different things, from studying abroad and working on projects to creating something of our own, leading clubs or volunteering. Sometimes we succeeded and sometimes we failed, but each experience taught us something valuable. Along the way, we gained new perspectives and discovered possibilities we may not have seen before. If there is one thing I learned at RIT and would like to share with you, is that you are the creator of your own opportunities. Nothing simply appears in front of you. You have to be curious, take initiative, ask questions, and sometimes step outside of your comfort zone. Many of the experiences we had during these 4 years happened because we decided to try, to apply, to ask, or simply to show up. RIT showed me that opportunities are often created by the effort we put in and the courage we have to take the first step. Look at the world with curiosity and take on every opportunity that comes your way. With college coming to an end, the idea of you are on your own now starts to truly make sense. That may sound a little scary, but it is also exciting. It means that from this moment on, the paths we take, the risks we choose, and the dreams we follow are truly ours and now in our hands. We may not have all the answers yet, but we can learn, grow, and figure things out along the way. Finally, whatever path you may choose from now on, whether it is getting a job, continuing your education, or taking a gap year, remember to always stay humble in whatever you do. Stay open to learning, appreciate the people around you, and remember that every experience, big or small, can help you grow. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you, Natalie, for those wonderful words. We're proud to have you as one of our students. I would now like to invite Mr. Don Hudspeth, former president and dean of RIT Croatia, who led the institution from 1999 to 2023, to join us on stage in congratulating our new media design graduates. The new media design program was conceived and launched during Mr. Hudspeth's tenure, and we're grateful for his contributions in introducing the program. We're especially pleased to have him with us today as we celebrate this first graduating class of this program. Mr. Hudspeth, please join us. Welcome. I would also like to call upon Mr. Alex Lobosh, Director of the School of Design at RIT. Alex, thank you for joining us today to mark this first graduating new media design class. Welcome. It's my pleasure to invite RIT Croatia's Associate Dean, Dr. Jako Patekar, to come to the podium to introduce the baccalaureate graduates of the class 2026. Jakob.
Just a little bit over there. Dear graduates and families, congratulations on reaching one of the most significant milestones in life. I wish you all the best in the rest of your exciting journey. I would now like to present the candidates of the first group of graduates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in New Media Design and prvostupnike multimedijske I grafičke tehnologije. Mia Katarina Borjanović-Maguire, cum laude. Josip Ivić. Ivo Miguel Kisić. Josipa Petrović. Now, I would like to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Web and Mobile Computing and prvostupnike informacijskih tehnologija. Emir Ameti. Wisdom Anthony. Carla Bart. Zoja Bošković-Gobo, cum laude. Lovro Bošnjak. Orest Tarasović-Brukal. Rinor Bugujevci. Stipe Čulina. Patrik Dedaj. Dorijan Dražić-Karalić. Domagoj Dušić, Eju Pelezi, summa cum laude. Franco Fischler, summa cum laude. Niko Galić Alviž. Simona Gaši, cum laude. Grga Roko. Roko Hafner, cum laude. Josip Ivanović. Toni Katanušić. Janko Leskovac, magna cum laude. Deni Adrian Lulak. Mateo Majić. Noa Mišić, magna cum laude. Emanuel Ivan Mlikota. Kristijan Ninčević, magna cum laude. Mladen Oršulić. Josip Pavlinić, magna cum laude. Artem Polkovnikov, magna cum laude. Amra Rahi, magna cum laude. Christian Schnapp. Marko Škifić. Marija Todorić, cum laude. Matija Luis Vela, cum laude. Tena Vladović Relja. Marija Zarovska.
I would like now to call upon Dr. Jakob Pategar again to introduce the candidate for the Master of Science in Organizational Leadership and Innovation program. Jakob.
Let me first add my congratulations to all of the many graduates today. You all have reached another significant milestone, as I previously said, one of the many memorable accomplishments that you will achieve throughout your lifetimes. In particular, I would like to convey my congratulations to the students who have completed the Master of Science in Organizational Leadership and Innovation. For you, this celebration is about the exciting journey you began when you elected to pursue a master's degree 1.5 years ago. Throughout that process, you were coached, mentored, counseled, and sometimes even vigorously nudged. The responsibility to learn, however, has always rested with each of you. So will the responsibility to utilize your degree to pursue further goals, to implement profound change using all the skills, abilities, and thinking processes that you have honed to a fine edge. The mantle of leadership is yours. You must choose to use your newfound talents to enrich your destiny, and more importantly, to improve, grow, and enrich your communities and your nation from this point on. To you, I pass on my sincere congratulations. I would like to invite Dr. Kristina Šorić and Dr. Maja Vidović to join us in hooding the candidate. I would now like to present the candidate for the Master of Science in Organizational Leadership and Innovation. Alisa Aliti Vlašić.
Thank you and congratulations to all of the graduates. After 29 years of operating in Croatia, we can proudly say that RIT Croatia graduates are fulfilling the vision of the college. They're in careers and positions of influence in international as well as regional and local companies. In industries in fields such as finance, information technology, telecommunications, marketing, retail, tourism, and many others, all which require talented and well-educated individuals. We're eager to follow this generation joins them. And to the family and friends of these graduates, I can tell you with confidence that we share with you the elation of this day, which represents the continuation of the joint effort to provide an RIT education to these individuals who have completed their degree programs. They know, as we do, that they would not be experiencing the same level of success today if it were not for a warm support. Will the students, faculty, and platform party join me in recognizing the people who, by their support and encouragement, have contributed so much to the success of these graduates? Would all of the family members and friends of the graduates please rise to be recognized? Thank you once again. Now, I wish to recognize and thank a group of individuals who truly continue to keep the college operating, the staff of RIT Croatia. Would they all please stand to be recognized? Thank you, guys. Finally, I wish to recognize those most responsible for what you, the graduates, have accomplished during your education, the faculty of RIT Croatia. Will the faculty please stand and turn to their students? Congratulations to the RIT Croatia faculty for a job well done. I would now like to call upon Dr. Prabhu David, Provost and Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs at RIT, for the conferral of the degrees. Dr. David.
Irene, thank you so much. And what a wonderful thing it is to be here today, to celebrate with you and to share this important day, a joyous occasion with family and friends. You won't believe this. This is my 4th commencement this year. I did 2 in Rochester, and then I was in Pristina, and this is my 4th one. And it doesn't matter how many I do, every time it gives me great joy to be here and to share this moment with our students. I want to thank the parents, I want to thank the families, particularly the grandparents. I really want to thank you for everything you've done, and look at all this. This is such a great accomplishment. And I also want to say that our students in Croatia are very special, but you've been very quiet. I follow the Croatian soccer team, and I know you can make some noise. So are you ready to graduate? Yes? Oh, come on, you got to do better than that. It's the class of 2026. I'm delighted to be here, and I'm so happy to see, and we're looking forward to seeing what you're going to do in the days ahead. So it gives me great pleasure today to be in Croatia, and I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the faculty and staff and the trustees and everybody else who's contributed to your success. Today is a day for celebration, but also a day to reflect on the knowledge and the skills you've developed throughout your academic career, which will be critical in the days ahead. And I do a little research in artificial intelligence, and AI is a major topic on campus at Rochester. So as you go out into the world, it's a new world that you have to negotiate. And what is your relationship with AI? How are you going to master this? And to what extent are you going to allow AI to substitute human thinking? AI can augment, but AI is also dangerous, and it can make you substitute your human thinking. And we don't want to lose our humanity. So that's something for you to think about. RIT Croatia has prepared you well. But you should remember that this is not the end, but the beginning of your education. And the most successful graduates are those who will continue to learn throughout life and who apply their learning to their work. Now, all the candidates for the degrees, please rise. So this is the fun part, right? We have to have a lot of smiles and make a lot of noise. Now, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the State of New York and the Board of Trustees of Rochester Institute of Technology, I now confer upon you the degree to which you're entitled, as certified by the faculty and as signified in the commencement bulletin, with all the rights and privileges pertaining hereto. Okay, now you can turn your tassels. Wait a second, you have to turn your tassel from the right to the left. All right, you may turn your tassels. You did? Oh, wow. Lights are bright, I didn't see it. So, okay, staff, are you going to cue them to throw the hats? Woo! All right, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of RIT and RIT Croatia, congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you, Provost David. And now, I would like to share a personal message with all of you graduating today. I'm immensely proud at each and every one of you as we celebrate your graduation today. How did you get to graduation? A somewhat simplified description of that journey would be: You successfully answered all of the questions that the faculty had asked you. Along the way, you had to respond to many unexpected questions about how to get through the COVID-19 pandemic, earthquakes, wars, and unfortunate similar events. You excelled in those responses too, and that is how you got here. But at the same time, you have also learned to ask questions. As freshmen, you were quite shy. By the time you were seniors, you were asking a respectable number of the right questions. Please keep up the good work. Asking questions keeps us moving forward. This is how many brilliant minds, such as Archimedes, Leonardo da Vinci, Albert Einstein, Elise Meissner, and Katherine Johnson got to their amazing achievements. They asked themselves tough questions, and they were patient with getting the answers. Remember the values and lessons you have learned in college and let them guide you to your next questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Rephrase them if needed and keep learning and expanding your horizons. Maybe you will have to wait for an answer. This is a skill I'm still working on, but be patient because it is worth it. And thank the other person for the answer you receive, even if you don't like the answer. Sometimes answers to your questions will come from a friend, a colleague, an expert, or a stranger, sometimes from within, and sometimes from Google, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and many others. Hence, the skill of asking the right questions or writing prompts will be a part of your daily routine. Embrace it and keep asking questions. If you find yourself in the mood for a Q&A with any of us at RIT Croatia, please reach out and stop by. Our doors here at RIT Croatia will always remain open to you, and we will be curious to hear about the questions you asked in the meantime and the answers you found. At your orientation, I shared that if I could, I would stay a student forever, as being a student is something magical. I am fortunate that I at least get to stay close to students and see that magic happen. Thank you for being our students and sharing your magic with peers, friends, faculty, staff, and your dear ones. Dear class of 2026, congratulations once again. May your future be filled with success, happiness, and many tough questions answered. Hvala vam I sretno. Thank you. This concludes the 28th Commencement Ceremony at RIT Croatia. Thank you for joining us today, and again, congratulations everyone. I would ask that you please remain seated until the academic procession has left the hall. Thank you.